start this morning with our prayers to Bhagwan, to the Lord, and ask for Shanti, and ask that He may constantly guide us in these difficult times. Oh, Asangoham, 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 Punah Punah.
Asangoham, 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 Punah Punah.
Satchidananda Rupoham,
Satchidananda Rupoham,
Ahameva Avyaham,
Ahameva Hamavyayam.
let the tones of the violin take it to a different plane. Dadharvanishtos michana atmavede na bhaktimal tvacharararavile akincha ananya gati shararya tvatpadamulam 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 sharanam prapadye. We surrender ourselves to the feet of Bhagwan. Tvatpadamulam sharanam prapadye. You are the giver of everything to me. Today I surrender myself to your feet. Tvatpadamulam sharanam prapadye. Tvatpadamulam sharanam prapadye. Guru Surya hai, Chandra Guru hai.
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 Guru hai Pura Prakash.
Guru hai Purna Prakash.
गुरु के चरणों में मिलता है, गुरु के चरणों में मिलता है, जलमल को उल्लास। शान्तकारं भुजगशयनं पद्मनाभं सुरेशं विश्वाधारं गगनसदृशं मेघवर्णं शुभाङ्गं लक्ष्मीकान्तं कमलनयनं योगिहृदय ध्यानगम्यं वन्दे विष्णुं भवभयहरं सर्वलोकैकनाथम्।
गुरु सूर्य है, चंद्र गुरु है, गुरु है पूर्ण प्रकाश।
शङ्कर करुणाकर जगदीश्वर परमेश्वरा।
शंकरा करुणाकरा जगदीश्वरा परमेश्वरा।
बोलो शंकर करुणाकर जगदीश्वर परमेश्वरा।
ओ शंकरा करुणाकरा जगदीश्वरा परमेश्वरा।
शंकर करुणाकर जगदीश्वर परमेश्वरा।
शंकरा करुणाकरा जगदीश्वरा परमेश्वरा।
शंकर करुणाकर जगदीश्वर
ओ
परमेश्वरा।
शंकरा करुणाकरा जगदीश्वरा परमेश्वरा।
बोलो शंकर करुणाकर जगदीश्वर परमेश्वरा।
ओ शंकरा करुणाकरा जगदीश्वरा परमेश्वरा।
Shankara Karunakara Jagadishwara Parameshwara Ajam Nirvikalpam Nirakaramekam Niranandamananda Advaita Puram Param Nirgunam Nirvishesham Niriham Parabrahma Rupam Ganesham Bhajemam Krishnam Vande Jagadguru
Krishnam Vande Jagadguru.
Bolo Krishnam Vande Jagadguru
Oh, Krishnam Vande Jagadguru.
Krishnam Vande Jagadguru Krishnam Vande Jagadguru
Krishnam Vande Jagadguru. Krishnam Vande Jagadguru.
Bolo Krishnam Vande Jagadguru Krishnam Vande Jagadguru
Krishnam Vande Jagadguru. Krishnam Vande Jagadguru.
Vasudeva Sutam Devam Tam Sachanuramardhanam Devaki Paramanandam Krishnam Vande Jagadguru
Krishnam Vande Jagadguru. Krishnam Vande Jagadguru.
Krishnam Vande Jagadguru Krishnam Vande Jagadguru
Krishnam Vande Jagadguru. Krishnam Vande Jagadguru. Krishnam Vande
Jagadguru Krishnam Vande Jagadguru Krishnam Vande Jagadguru Krishnam Vande Jagadguru
Krishnam Vande Jagadguru. Krishnam Vande Jagadguru.
Last Wednesday, we did Krishna Janmashtami, Dhoom Dham se. Now, period is coming up for Ganesh Chaturthi. And after Ganesh Chaturthi, there's Navaratri. There's a reason why I'm saying all this. So you'll hear the reason afterwards. There's Navaratri. After Navaratri is Diwali. After Diwali is New Year. After New Year is Makar Sankranti. After Makar Sankranti is Basanta Panchami. After that is Mahashivratri. Then there is Holi. Then there is Navaratri. Then there is Ram Navami. Then Shankara Jayanti, if you want to do that. Hanuman Jayanti in between. Then Guru Purnima. Then comes back again, Janmashtami. But Pitri Paksh I forgot about. Pitri Paksh is between there. So why all this? Because Hindus don't have one God, they don't have one book, they don't have one way. Because they don't have one God, because they don't have one book, because they don't have one way, they are not fanatics. But when you only have your focus on one thing and you feel that this is it, Vivek Ramaswamy was asked, you all know who he is? No. You all don't know who he is? Okay. So he was asked about his Hindu belief. And he told them, I just heard it, how he believes in the one God that resides in all. But why Hindus have all these? Because it is to deal with each individual. Each individual is made up of a body, a mind, and an intellect. BMI. Not BMW, but BMI. BMI is something body we measure for people who are in medicine. Is BMI there, but this, remember, body, mind, and intellect. Why? Because some of us pay great emphasis on our body. We are always, what they say in the Guyanese parlance, chul chul. You know what's chul chul? Antsy. Can't sit straight. Always have to do something. Do you know when you go to a meeting, every delegate, every member of the delegate, they get a book and they get a pencil. You see that in board meetings. You know why that book and pencil is there for? So that they can doodle while they're meeting. You know what? You all know what's doodle, right? They can doodle while the meeting is going on. Because each individual has its own way of doing things. He can't sit easy. Do you know that when there was a war on the Bay of Pigs, you heard of Bay of Pigs? Have you heard of Bay of Pigs? Okay, wait. You heard of Bay of Pigs? What kind of audience I'm dealing with? I don't understand. Anyhow, Bay of Pigs is the invasion of Cuba, okay, by the Americans. So, while this conference was going on, Kennedy was the president then. So he had a book too. And he was doodling. And his doodle is in the museum in New York right now. And what he was doodling was the anatomy of a lady. And I will not tell you what else, but just about that. So each individual has their own vast, has their own mindset, and that's at the body level. Then you have the emotional level. Some people like to express their emotion. And that emotion is like love, bhakti, whatever in their heart, they have it. So remember, some who are body-minded people, sensuality, physicality, and that sort of thing. That is the emotional level with the mind. And then there is the intellectual level. The intellectual level are people who can sit down, they can meditate, they can concentrate, they can ask the question, does God exist? Is there a God? Why there is a God? And we say they are atheists, but they are the best theists because they want to find out. But in their way of finding out, we feel, oh, he's not listening to me. Or if he listened to me, he would have known that I talk about God every day. No, they are different individuals. Because of this, our masters of thousands of years ago provided us with these different aspects. That you're a body guy, you're a mind guy, you are an intellectual. And some of us have a combination of one, two, or a combination of two or three of them. And because of this, we have these different deities. And at this moment, we talk about Ganesha, because Ganesha is the one we pray to. And you see him, his picture? We pray to him to ask him to remove all our obstacles. If things are going your way, it's fine, right? Things are going your way, you want to get this done, you want to get that done, everything is fine. But when things are not going your way, it's much better. You know why? Because that's a divine intervention. Believe me. When things are not going the way you want them to go, it's because of a divine intervention that say, you know what? You should not go this way. I am going to make sure this is what we must understand when we worship Ganesha. If there are obstacles, what obstacles, when they come our way, we can either go around it, we can jump over it, right? Or we can seek some other methodology of getting rid of the obstacle. And if we tried everything and we cannot get rid of the obstacle, then we must accept, respect, and understand this obstacle I cannot get over now, but let me wait. And with the divine, it's called Daivam, with divine intervention, I will see some other path. But I am not saying that you must sit down and wait for it to happen. No, you try. You continue to try. You cannot say, oh, I don't think I can. This obstacle is too big for me. I don't think I can. No. You continue to try. And this is why we compartmentalize Ganesha. Ganesha, as the prayer I talked about this morning, he's no other than that aspect of Brahman. He is Brahman, who is the impersonal God. He is that Satyam, that truth, that impersonal aspect of God. But we, with our level of prayer, with our level of getting to God, the saints and sages made these days. So we don't go to temple only on Easter and Christmas. We go to temple on all these days to remind you have to try to, these obstacles will come in your way, you have to try to get rid of them. And when you can't get rid of them, you surrender to his feet, but surrendering to, I want to make this point very clear. Surrendering to his feet does not mean you must sit back on your haunches and wait for the soup to drop into your mouth. Surrendering to him means that, Lord, you know best. Jab tak जीवन है तब तक संघर्ष है. बात सच है? जब तक जीवन है. Once there is life, right, there is difficulty. No matter what it is. And because of this, we must try to create a peaceful mind. And when we create a peaceful mind, we give forth good, positive vibrations. We do not want people with negativity and negative vibrations. We want people with positive vibrations. So when you sit with them, positivity can come out of you. So the reason why, if there's something against Hinduism, like somebody say something bad about Mother Durga, which was in this star a few years ago, we have a naked picture of a painting by, what was his name from India? The artist, Muslim name, Hussein. He made a drawing of the Divine Mother completely naked. That was in a picture of the Toronto Star. Do you remember that? Why there were not thousands of Hindus marching? I was in that march. There were hardly 100 of us, hardly 100 people there. Why there were not thousands of Hindus marching on this for Mother Durga, as would happen in other religions? You know why? You ask Hindu, Jane no. Forget about it. It's a beautiful thing. So many people can say, oh, Dr. Dubey, why do you take up the march? I say, you march. I've had my experience already. Jane no, let it go. But you can't let it go all the time. You have to put a foot down sometime. But this is the reason why there's all these things, all these different ways of worship out there. So we do not hone in to one way, one book. Someone asks you, what is your Bible? What will you tell them? You tell them, come into my library, and then you see my Bible. Upanishad, Vedas, Puranas, all these Brahma Sutras, all these are my books. We don't have one Bible. I've said this so many times in this temple, but because it's coming to the period of Ganesha Chaturthi and people would like to connect why we have these different festivals, this is the reason why we're doing. And we pray to Ganesha, and we ask that, he must come and remove our obstacles. How we pray? Jai Ganesha, Jai Ganesh.
माता जाके पार्वती पिता महादेवा गणेश जय गणेश देवा माता जाके पार्वती पिता महादेवा रे बापा मोरया 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 रे एक दंत दयावंत चार भुजाधारी एक दंत दयावंत चार भुजाधारी माथे पे सिंदूर सोहे मूस की सवारी माथे पे सिंदूर सोहे मूस की सवारी लड्डूवन का भोग लगे
संत करे से
लड्डूवन का भोग लगे संत करे सेवा मोरया रे बापा मोरया रे मोरया रे बापा मोरया रे
बोलिया रे बाबा बोलिया रे
अंगन को आँख देते कुरियन को काया अंगन को पांचन को पुत्र देते निर्धन को माया पांचन को पुत्र देते निर्धन को माया भव से पार करो नाथ भजन करो तेरा भव से पार करो नाथ भजन करो तेरा मोरया रे मोरया रे बापा मोरया रे
बोलिया रे बाबा बोलिया रे. And thus, when we develop the emotion of love for Bhagwan, when we develop that feeling for him, you can't just say, pray to Ganesha, I don't have that feeling that he must come to you. He must be with me. And the depiction of Ganesha with a large head is to tell us memory is what is a only animal with such a large head. It is to tell us that memory is very important. And as you know, as we get older and our memory gets less, what happens to people when they've lost their memory, we understand what goes on there. So we ask Ganapati Bhagwan to bless us with memory. And this trunk of the animal, of this elephant, the trunk of the elephant is very special. It can push down a whole tree, and that same trunk can pick up a cent from the ground, a coin, a small coin. Those of us who have gone to India, to the Indian temples, would have seen elephant outside the Indian temples picking up small coin. There's no tool in this world which has like a huge spanner for trucks that take out truck wheels to repair huge trucks. They are huge spanners or huge tools, wrenches. You can't use them to repair a watch. You have to have special. This is the beauty of Ganesha. It teaches you the power of discrimination. You must know how to discriminate. You must have vivek, which is wisdom and vairag. Ganapati Puja, Siddhivinayak temple in Mumbai, it is so filled with people. So many great Amitabh Bachchan and all those people go there. Why? Because they know the benefit of Ganapati Puja. When we start our puja, we do Ganesh Puja. One other thing before I move from Ganesha. I've told you the reason why we have all these different things, because we all have different emotions about us. Ganapati or Ganesha, I've said this before more than one time, that when Mother Parvati and Lord Shiva were getting married, the Panditji did Ganesh Puja. So, and we knew that Parvati is the one who created Ganesha. So how come? Are there two Ganeshas? No. There's this one Ganesha who is represented as Brahman, who is impersonal, Para Brahm Parameshwar. He's a Ganapati. Please don't talk in the temple. We can hear from here. Temple acoustics are very good. Yes. So, because no one else could tell us to stop, I don't see anybody else around. Anyway, so we pray to that Ganesha and we ask that you are not only the elephant-headed God, you are Par Brahm Parameshwar. You are an aspect of Brahman. And this is why we pray to Ganesha. It's very important to know that. So Ganapati is not an ordinary elephant-headed God. He is the God who removes all these difficulties from us. And when we pray to Bhagwan, and our hearts become melted with the love of the Lord, we'll be like when Atri Rishi received Lord Shri Ram in Aranyakand after Doha 2.
जय जय राम कथा ओ जय श्री राम कथा ओ जय जय राम कथा ओ जय श्री राम कथा
उसी श्रवण को मिट जाते हैं, इसी श्रवण
जन्म जन्म का व्रता हो जय जय राम कथा हो जय श्री राम कथा हो जय जय राम कथा हो जय श्री राम कथा
पुलकित गात अति उत ध्याये देख राम आतुर चल जाए।
ओ श्री राम जय जय राम Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram.
Karata dandavata muni uralaye, karata dandavata muni uralaye, prema bhare ho jana anahaye.
Jai Ram Katha, ho Jai Shri Ram Katha, ho Jai Jai Ram Katha, ho Jai Shri Ram Katha.
Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram.
Oh Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram.
Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram.
Oh Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram.
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 Oh Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram.
Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram.
Oh Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram.
पुलकित हो अत्रि जी उठकर दौड़े और उन्हें दौड़े जाते देखकर श्री राम जी और भी शीघ्रता से आगे बढ़े. Atri ji, when she saw Ram and Lakshman coming to his ashram, he started to run towards them, but Rama himself was advancing very hurriedly towards to the saint, because Bhagwan Ram, he knew what the company of a sattvic person, the company of a saintly person, what blessings they can get. So he is telling us, one must remember Ramayana, Bhagavad, all these Puranas, they are illustrating what the Upanishad is saying. Upanishad is very difficult for us to assimilate because they talk in these very difficult idioms like Tattvamasi, That thou art, Aham Brahmasmi, I am Brahman. Difficult for us to comprehend. So this Ramayana, this Mahabharata, other Puranas is to show us, teach us these various paths. So here he's teaching you about the love for God and love for saintly people. Daya dharam ka moola hai aur narak moola abhiman. Tulasi daya na chhadiye jab tak ghat mein pran. That daya, if I may, I always go off on different tangents. Sometimes I forget to come back what I originally talked about. Anyhow, that daya was shown by Draupadi. The same Draupadi who let her hair not to be washed until it was washed with the blood of the Shashan. When her 5 sons were killed, and Arjun brought the killer, who was Ashwatthama, to Draupadi and says, tell me what to do with him now. I'll kill him right now in front of you. And then Draupadi said unto him, just like how I am a mother, grieving for my children, he has a mother. And if you kill him, she will grieve for him. Not only that, remember, he is your Guru's son. This daya comes to us whenever our hearts are filled with love, or our hearts are filled with love when we are humble, when we are kind to people, respectful to people. That daya, that love comes to us. And so, Bhagwan Ram, he went and he ran to meet with Atrishi, और दंडवत करते हुए ही श्री राम जी को उठाकर मुनि ने हृदय से लगा लिया और प्रेम अश्रुओं से दोनों भाइयों को नहला दिया. And so, I don't know how many people understand Hindi here, but it's beautifully written in Hindi here that when he embraced Ram and Lakshman, The tears that flowed from him bathed both Sri Ram and Lakshman. The tears of love. Meaning that when you come to pray to God, unless you can shed tears of love for him, you are not going to get near to him. You have to shed those tears of love. Those tears of love can only come when you have love, when we all have that love in our heart. One more time.
Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram.
Dekhe Rama Chami Nayana Jurane. Dekhe Rama Chami Nayana Jurane. Sadhana Nija Ashramata Bhaane. Sadhana Nija Ashramata Bhaane.
Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram.
Kare puja kahi bachana suhaye. Kare puja kahi bachana suhaye. Diye mula phala prabhu bana bhaye. Diye mula phala prabhu bana bhaye.
Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram.
श्री राम जी के अलौकिक सौदर्श को देखकर मुनि की आंखों जुड़ा गई. His eyes were gladdened by the sight of Rama's beauty, that he escorted them to his ashram where he worshipped them. We must pay homage to saints and sages, real saints and sages. The one who wants nothing. Buddha was with his disciples, and a man came to him running, crying. Have you seen my herd of cows? I've lost them. And he said, not only that, I've lost my sheep, I lost my cows, I feel like killing myself now. I am going to kill myself. So Buddha says, no, we didn't see any cows pass this way. Buddha then turned to his disciple. He said, aren't you all happy you all don't have any cows? He does not mean cows as cows. He meant to say, aren't you happy you have no possession to cry over? Aren't you happy? We are brought up. It's ingrained in our DNA from ages that we must batore. What batore means? Gather, collect. collect, and even if you don't want it, you don't give it up. So what did I say this morning? We have all these different festivals because we have different emotions. Different emotions, like Janmashtami, dancing and celebrating Bhagwan's name. The altar is so beautifully dressed up that we can't do Shiva Abhishek even. But so beautifully dressed up, so much work has been put into it. This is our love for Him. We can't dress up the Lord like how the Lord is dressing you up. He's given you everything. Your eyes, your nose, your ears, your lips, your mouth, all your internal organs. He has given you all these things. We are only an iota, a small little bit of dressing Him up. So when we come to dress up the Lord, Jatha Shakti, how we can manage, let us dress Him up. Because He has given us so much. And this Atri Rishi, he then did a beautiful prayer unto the Lord. Namami Bhaktavatsalam Kripalushila Kovalam Vajami Te Padambujam Akavidam Sadamadam Nikam Shama Sundaram Bhavam Gunatamalam
Nikam Sham Sundaram Bhavam Bunat Mandalam
Kapulakal Jalocharam Vadari Doshamocharam
Namami Bhaktavatsalam Kripalushila Kovalam.
This beautiful prayer was secret. Now, we are going to go into meditation, which is a little bit different from the other meditation. Ganapati or Ganesha resides where in our body? Over that side. Anybody over that side know? Where does Ganesha reside in our body? Over there. Huh? Deep down. Okay. Anybody over there knows? Where does Ganesha reside in our body? Who said that? Oh, you. Where does it reside? I didn't ask you. Did I ask you? Huh? Brain. Very good. Ganapati resides in the lowest part of your body as you sit on the ground. He resides in the Mooladhara chakra. The Mooladhara chakra, who is that talking in the back there? Yeah. The Mooladhara chakra, when you sit, the middle part of your body, you know what that is, touches the ground, there Ganesha sits. There are 7 chakras. That chakra has to be opened first. In other words, what is in English is called perineum. Perineum is between the genital organs and your anus. That's it. There's nothing bad about saying that. So tell you exactly where it is. Between your genitals and your anus, that part, what is there, is called the perineum. And that's the lowest part where the vertebral column is. There it sits as an uncoiled uncoiled serpent. Right. So today we'll do some Muladhara, try to do what's called Muladhara awakening. But it would not awaken today. You have to do this time and time again before it wakes up. So if we sit comfortably as possible and we breathe in and out slowly, and with all our energies concentrated on that part of our body, because we would like to awaken that Muladhara chakra, we all breathe in and out slowly. And as you breathe in, try to put the energy right down to the bottom where your seat touch the ground where you're sitting upon. Right? If it's chair or the carpet, let the energy go right there. Just let the energy drive right down there. And you breathe in, and watch your breath as you breathe in. And you do what? Oh, concentrate the energy right down to the perineum. Oh. If you can spread your legs a little bit in between, in and out, just to make that Muladhara chakra awaken, and you concentrate again and ask and put that Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. That's all said. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Force the energy right down to where the perineum is and concentrate on Ganesha. And you do Om Gau Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gau Ganapataye Namaha. Force your energy there. Talk to Ganesha silently. Ask him to come into you. And he sits right there. Talk to Ganesha. Remove my obstacles, Prabhu. Remove my difficulty. And let me be one with you. Om Vakatul Davakaya Suryakoti Savaprabha Nirvighna Kuruve Deva Sarvakarye Shusarvada. Oh, concentrate the energies there. Oh. In and out. Breathe in and out slowly. Feel Ganesha in you. He is in you. Just awaken him. Awaken him. Oh. Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gamo Ganapataye Namaha. Om Tayambakam Yajamahe
Sugandhim Pushti Vardhanam Urvaruk Miva Vandanat Mrityun Mukshi Amamrita Astu
Sadagavaya Tamaso Vajotirgavaya
Astu Ma Satgamaya Tamaso Ma Jyotirgamaya
Mrityormaya Vritavgavaya
Om Shanti 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 Om Shanti Shanti Shanti
Bhakti ke deep jalavo
Bhakti ke deep jalavo
जीवन को स्वर्ग बनाओ
जीवन को स्वर्ग बनाओ
धरा से पीड़ मिटाओ
अमृत रस बरसाओ ओम शांति 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 ओम शांति शांति शांति
जीवन को नित महकाओ
जीवन को नित महकाओ
सब अवगुण को बिसराओ
सब अवगुण को बिसराओ
हर संदा भगताओ
नारायण को हर्षावो ओम शांति 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 ओम शांति शांति शांति
ओम सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनापधितमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै ओम शांति 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 सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनः सर्वे सन्तु निरामया सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु मा कश्चित् दुःखभाग् भवेत् ओम शांति 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 हरि ओम श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः हरि ओम. Rub your hands together, put it over your face, and ask that all that energy may be within you, and ask Bhagavan to Ataram Maduram Varanam Maduram Nayanam Maduram Vasitam Maduram
अधरम मधुरम नयनम मधुरम मधुराधिपतेर अखिलम मधुरम
Adaram Adaram Maduram Varanam Maduram Nayanam Can you put on the board, please?
चरितं मधुरं
Vachanam Maduram Charitam Maduram.
वचनं मधुरं चरितं मधुरं
Vasadam Maduram Valitam Maduram. Vasadam Maduram Valitam Maduram.
अधरं मधुरं वचनं मधुरं नयनं मधुरं हसितं मधुरम्
Chalitam Maduram Brahmitam Maduram.
ललितं मधुरं
Chalitam Maduram Brahmitam Maduram. Why is the favorite?
हसितं मधुरं
Maduradipate Akhilam Maduram.
ओ मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरम्
Madaram Maduram Dayanam Maduram Dayanam Maduram Hasitam Maduram.
अधरं मधुरं वदनं मधुरं नयनं मधुरं हसितं मधुरम्
Akhilam Maduram. Beautiful.
त्वमेव माता च पिता त्वमेव बन्धुश्च सखा त्वमेव विद्या द्रविणं त्वमेव सर्वं मम देव जिनके हृदय श्री राम बसे उन और को नाम लियो न लियो जिन के हृदय श्री राम बसे और को नाम लियो न लियो जिन के हृदय श्री राम। कंचन सिखाया कोई मांग रहा प्रभु से माया। कोई मांगे कंचन सी काया, कोई मांग रहा प्रभु से माया। कोई पुण्य करे, कोई दान करे, कोई दान करोज बखान करे। जिन कन्यागण को दान दियो, जिन कन्यागण को दान दियो, और को नाम लियो न लियो। जिन के हृदय श्री राम बसे, और को नाम लियो न लियो। जिन के हृदय श्री राम। कोई घर में बैठा नमन करे, कोई हरि मंदिर में भजन करे। कोई घर में बैठा नमन करे, कोई हरि मंदिर में भजन करे। कोई गंगा जमुना स्नान करे, कोई काशी जाके ध्यान धरे। जिन मात पिता की सेवा की, जिन मात पिता की सेवा की, उन तीर्थ स्नान कियो न कियो। जिन के हृदय श्री राम बसे, और को नाम लियो न लियो। जिन के हृदय श्री राम, जिन के हृदय श्री राम बसे, और को नाम लियो न लियो। जिन के हृदय श्री राम।
बोल साची दरबार की जय।
आई शेर पे सवार मैया ओढ़े चुनरी,
ओ आई शेर पे सवार मैया ओढ़े चुनरी।
ओ आई शेर पे सवार मैया ओढ़े चुनरी।
ओ आई शेर पे सवार मैया ओढ़े चुनरी।
ओढ़े चुनरी ओ मैया ओढ़े चुनरी।
ओढ़े चुनरी ओ मैया ओढ़े चुनरी।
ओ आई शेर पे सवार मैया ओढ़े चुनरी।
ओ आई शेर पे सवार मैया ओढ़े चुनरी।
आदि शक्ति है मात भवानी, जय दुर्गा माँ काली।
आदि शक्ति है मात भवानी, जय दुर्गा माँ काली।
हे बड़े नैनों पे कर चरण चंडी चंडी मत वाली करती भक्तों का उद्धार।
जय माता दी।
हो करती भक्तों का उद्धार, मैया झोली भरती,
झोली भरती, ओ मैया झोली भरती, झोली भरती, ओ मैया झोली भरती। ओ आई शेर पे सवार मैया ओढ़े
चुनरी, ओ
आई शेर पे सवार
मैया ओढ़े चुनरी। जो कोई जिस मंशा से मैया द्वार तिहारे आता,
जो कोई जिस मनसा से
द्वार तिहारे आता, हर इच्छा होती पूरी और मुंह मांगा फल पाता।
हर इच्छा होती पूरी और मुंह मांगा फल पाता।
तेरा गुण गावे संसार,
जय माता दी।
और तेरा गुण गावे संसार, मैया देती है शक्ति,
ओ देती है शक्ति, ओ मैया देती है शक्ति, देती है शक्ति, ओ मैया देती है शक्ति। ओ आई शेर पे सवार मैया ओढ़े चुनरी, ओ आई शेर पे सवार मैया
ओढ़े चुनरी, ओ आए।
नारायणा, गोपाल नारायणा, गोविंद नारायणा, गोपाल नारायणा, गोविंद गोविंद नारायणा, गोविंद गोविंद नारायणा, गोविंद गोविंद नारायणा, गोविंद गोविंद नारायणा, हरि गोविंद गोविंद नारायणा, गोविंद नारायणा, गणेश शरणं शरणं गणेशा,
शरणं शरणं
ओ गणेश शरणं शरणं गणेशा, गणेश शरणं शरणं गणेशा, गणेश शरणं शरणं गणेशा, गणेश शरणं शरणं गणेशा, ओ गणेश शरणं शरणं गणेशा, गणेश शरणं शरणं गणेशा, ओ गणेश शरणं शरणं गणेशा, गणेश शरणं शरणं गणेशा, ओ गणेश शरणं शरणं गणेशा, जय गणेश जय गणेश जय गणेश पाहि, हो जय गणेश जय गणेश जय गणेश पाहि मा, जय गणेश रक्ष मा, हो जय गणेश जय गणेश रक्ष मा, जय गणेश पाहि मा, जय गणेश रक्ष मा, जय गणेश पाहि मा, जय गणेश रक्ष मा, जय गणेश पाहि मा, जय गणेश रक्ष मा, हो जय गणेश पाहि मा, जय गणेश रक्ष मा, जय गणेश पाहि मा, जय गणेश रक्ष मा, जय गणेश
Last week I spoke to you about stroke. I want to continue the discussion again today. Number one, stroke is always an emergency. Dabadiya, why it takes so long to do it? Stroke is an emergency, and it's something that you have to remember. Most of all feel, especially ladies, that, oh, I think if you get because your hand gets weak, you feel that, oh, it'll go away, let me massage it. No. If you're sure, and even if you're not sure, if you suspect it's a stroke, you call 911. Next. Stroke is preventable, stroke is treatable, and stroke is beatable. Preventable, treatable, and beatable. So how you get the symptoms of a stroke? It's called fast. Fast action. F, you see the face droops. Arm, your arm get weak. You might have a cup in your hand. I'm sure many of you all have seen people or have heard people said these things. They had a cup of tea in their hand, the cup just fall off. S is for speech. Their speech gets slurred. As soon as they start, the speech gets slurred. You have to click that this might be a stroke coming on. And T is for time. Fast. F is for face. You see the face drooping. A, the arm gets weak, or if it is something, the arm is fall off. Or if your speech gets slurred, they are not making sense when they're talking. And T is for time. F, A, S, T. Huh? Time? So time means you have a short time to get to the hospital. Get to the hospital as quick as possible. Next, please. Common mistakes. We don't wait for symptoms to go away. That's one. I just told you that many people, when they get that symptom, no one likes to go to hospital, especially to an emergency today. In Toronto, Ontario, wherever you go, Markham, wherever, emergency rooms are usually packed. So because of that, it deters you from going. So you call for your family doctor, he doesn't want to see you, he's busy, or he has no time. You just don't wait, you just go. You go. Even, as I said, when you go there, they tell you it's not a stroke, no problem. Go back. But if they tell you it's a stroke, then they are time. Do not take an aspirin. Many people we are all told that if you get a heart attack or get pain in your chest, take 2 aspirins. That is true. And that is good. When you get a stroke, do not take aspirin because your stroke can be caused by a bleeding in the brain, and the aspirin makes the bleeding worse. Right? So you do not take an aspirin like how they say take an aspirin for a heart attack. You do not take an aspirin for stroke. You go to the hospital, they diagnose you, and they give you a drug called TPA. Don't worry the name of it. Just TPA they give you. It's called a clot buster. It breaks up the clot. But before they give you a TPA, they will have to send you for a CAT scan. They send you for a CAT scan just to make sure you're not bleeding. Because if they are bleeding, you can imagine you can't give this drug because this drug will cause more bleeding. So they send you for a CAT scan. If you're claustrophobic, that's a problem. Anyhow, you get a CAT scan, you come back, there's no bleeding, they give you the clot buster. Next. And then, if there's no bleeding, that long word means they can take the clot out from your brain. But not all hospitals in this Ontario can do it. And you have to do it within 3 hours of the attack. The hospitals here in this GTA that can do it, is Toronto Western, St. Michael's, Toronto General, and Sunnybrook. These hospitals. What? I'm not sure about your market. I don't think they have neurosurgery there. I'm not sure, but I know these I'm sure about. Toronto General, Sunnybrook. As a matter of fact, some ambulances will take you to these hospitals if they're smart enough. They might take you to these hospitals straight away. Instead of you going to a small hospital, they do the CT, then they find out, because it is very time sensitive. Very time sensitive. And they go with a fine tubing. This has been developed over the last 20 years. With a fine tubing right up into your brain artery, past the clot, open like a net, bring the net back, and the net bring the clot out. Next. Women may experience stroke in a different way. They have milder symptoms. It's usually accompanied by a headache, and they always say, oh, I'm not well. No, not because you got a headache means you're going to get a stroke, because all women here get headache. They all come to me, when they come to me, the first thing they got is headache. So not because it's a different headache. You will know it's a different headache. It's not a typical headache that you get, but their symptoms are usually milder than men. Most common risk factors for stroke are A, B, C, D, E. A for alcohol, or the other thing is called arrhythmia. I have one such patient here who got an arrhythmia. Arrhythmia has been abnormal rhythm of the heart. You all have heard the word fibrillation? No? Where the heart is not beating properly. So, unfortunately, this gentleman got the stroke because of that. We could not put him on a bleeding drug yet, anti-bleeding drug, to prevent a clot from going to his head again. For 14 days. And on the 13th day, he got another problem, another stroke. But thank God he's better. So A, alcohol and arrhythmia. B is for high blood pressure. High blood pressure, high blood pressure, high blood pressure. High blood pressure is a silent killer. High blood pressure, silent killer. High cholesterol, especially LDL. Diabetes, because diabetes is prone to vascular disease. And you must exercise. This is not that you should not exercise. I just put that in E. Exercise, exercise, exercise. Even when you get a stroke, when you go for rehab, you have to exercise. And most common risk factors for stroke in young adults are the same thing: high blood pressure, diabetes, high cholesterol, smoking, drug use. The drug stocks went up tremendously this week for those who do trading, listening on the radio. COVID, infection, lack of exercise, exposure to OTC, over-the-counter health supplements like energy drinks, etc. So these are some of the things. That, you have any more picture there? Life's Simple 7 is a set of measures that can help reduce risk of heart disease and stroke, stop smoking, manage your blood pressure, eat green leafy vegetables, don't cook the bhaji and then eat it before you cook it. Because when you cook it, is that Sita sitting at the back there? Yes. What? She used to cook for me, so. When you cook it, it's no good, except if you taste. Control your cholesterol. Get active. Sugar, no, no, no. Your house must not have sugar in it. Every house, no sugar. And lose weight if you're overweight. So these are the life's simple 7. I will stop there today. And I think I've given you enough. And we'll continue on next time. Gita Dhyanam. Partaya pratibodhitam bhagavatam
Narayana Swayam
Vyasena gratitan purana muninam
Madhye Mahabharatam
Advaita varshane bhagavate
Ashtadashadhyayane
Amba tvamadusandana bhagavat
Gite Bhavadvishini
Nabostute vyasa vishala buddha
Bhullar Vindayat Patra Netra
Yena tvaya bharata taila purna
Prajvalito Jnanamaya Pradepa
Prapanna parijataya
Trutra Vaitraikapane
Jnana mudraya krishnaya
Gita Amrita Tuhe Namaha
Sarvopanishado gavo
Dukta Gopala Nandana
Partho vatsa sudir bhukta
Duktam Gita Amrutam Mahat
Vasudeva sutav devav
Kamsa Chanur Mardanam
Devaki paramanandam
Krishnam Vande Jagat Guru
Bhishmadura tata jayadata jala
Gandhara Nilotpala
Salyagragavati kripena mahani
Karnena Velakula
Ashwathama vikarna ghora makara
Duryodhana Vartini
Sotirna kalupada vairade
Kaivartaka Keshava
Parasharya vachasaroja mamalam
Gitath Gandhotkatam
Narakyanaka kesarav harikatha
Sambodhana Bodhitam
Loke sajjana satpadairahara
Piriyamanam Muda
Uyad bharata pankajav kalibala
Pradvamsinam Shreyase
Mukam karoti vachalam
Bhangum Langayate Girim
Yat kripatamaham vande
Paramananda Madhavam
Yam brahma varunendra rudamaruta
Stunvanti Divyastavai
Vedai sagapada kramo parashirair
Gayanti Yam Samagam
Yanag vastira tadakatena marasa
Pashyanti Yam Yogino
Yasyaltam navidu sura suragaram
Devaya Tasmai Namah
Chapter 18 verse 77 Tatcha samsritya samsritya Tatcha samsritya samsritya Rupam ati adbhutam hare Rupam ati adbhutam hare Adbhutam hare Vishmayo me mahan rajan
विस्मयो मे महान राजन
Rishyami cha punah punah
ऋष्यामि च पुनः पुनः
Tatcha samsritya samsritya Rupam ati adbhutam hare Vishmayo me Maharajan Hrishyami cha punah punah. Hrishyami means I'm enjoying. Vishmayo means I'm in awe. And samsritya means I remember, I remember. So here Sanjay is telling Dhritarashtra. Imagine, he was a charioteer of Dhritarashtra. He was given the order to look at the war and relate to Dhritarashtra. And although he was a charioteer of Dhritarashtra, he took no side. He told him the truth as it was. So he said that samsritya Rajan, O king, when I remember Rupam Ati Adbhutam, the wonderful form of the Lord, as I remember the wonderful form of the Lord, Bismayo, I am in awe. I just in that state of blissfulness of the form of the Lord. Bismayami Maharaja, O king, Hrishyami, and I enjoy that. Punaha punah, repeatedly, I enjoy his beautiful form. This is Sanjay is telling Dhritarashtra when he saw that awesome form of the Lord, that wonderful form of the Lord, especially when the Lord came and was fighting with Bhishma Pitama and all these people, he saw him. And every time he looked at him, he just went in a different world altogether. Similarly, when the Lord comes into our heart, these things happen. Hanuman Chalisa.
हमारे राम जी को राम राम कहियो जी हनुमान हमारे राम जी को राम राम कहियो जी हनुमान राम 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 सीता राम 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 सीता राम 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 हनुमान ओ सीता राम 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 सीता राम 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 सीता राम 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 हनुमान राम जी को राम राम कहियो जी हनुमान राम जी को राम राम कहियो जी हनुमान निज मन मुकुर सुधार जो नायक बन जाए सुमिरो पवन कुमार हरो कलेश विकार हमारे कहियो जी हनुमान कहियो जी हनुमान जय कपीस तिहु लोक उजागर अंजनी पुत्र पवन सुत नामा कुमति निवार सुमति के संगे कारण कुंडल कुंचित केशा कांधे मूज जनेऊ साजे तेज प्रताप महाजगवंदन
विद्यावान गुणी यदि जातो राम काज करिबे को आतो
हमारे राम जी को राम राम कहियो जी हनुमान हमारे राम जी को राम राम कहियो जी हनुमान
प्रभु चरत सुरिबे को रसिया
राम लखन सीता मन बसिया
सूक्ष्म रूप धरि सियहि दिखावा
विकट रूप धरि लंक जलावा
भीम रूप धरि असुर संभाले,
रामचंद्र जी के काज सवारे,
लाए सजीवन लखन जियाए,
श्री रघुवीर हर्षि उर लाए,
रघुपति कीन्ही बहुत बड़ाए,
तुम मम प्रिय भरत सम भाई,
सहस बदन तुम हो यश गावे,
अस कहि श्रीपति कंठ लगावे,
सरकारिक ब्रह्मादि मुनीसा,
नारद शारद सहित अहिसा,
यम कुबेर दिक्पाल जाते, कवि को बिन कही कहत आते।
हमारे राम जी को राम राम कहियो जी हनुमान, हमारे राम जी को राम राम कहियो जी,
जब उपकार सुग्रीव ही कीना,
राम मिलाए राजपद दीना,
सुबरो मंत्र विभीषण माना,
लंकेश्वर भय सब जग जाना,
युग सहस्र योजन पर भालो,
लील्यो ताहि मधुर पल जानो,
प्रभु मोसे का मेरे मुख माहे,
चलते लांग गए अचरज नाये,
दुर्गम काज जगत के जेते,
सुगम अनुग्रह तुमरे देते,
राम दुआरे तुम रखवारे,
होत न आज्ञा बिनु पैसारे,
सब सकल है तुम्हारी शरणा, तुम रक्षक काहू को डरना।
हमारे राम जी को राम राम कहियो जी हनुमान, हमारे राम जी को राम राम कहियो जी हनुमान,
आप पर तेज समारो अपर,
तीनों लोक हांकते कापे,
भूत पिशाच निकट नहीं आवे,
महावीर जब नाम सुनावे,
नाशय रोग हरै सब पीरा,
जपत निरंतर हनुमत वीरा,
संकट से हनुमान छुड़ावे,
मन क्रम वचन ध्यान जो लावे,
सब पर राम तपस्वी राजा,
तन के काज सकल सुम साजा,
और मनोरथ जो कोई लावे,
सोई अमित जीवन फल पावे,
चारों युग पर ताप तुम्हारा, है प्रसिद्ध जगत उजियारा।
हमारे राम जी को राम राम कहियो जी हनुमान, हमारे राम जी को राम राम कहियो जी हनुमान,
साधु संत के तुम रखवारे,
कंदन राम दुलारे,
अष्ट सिद्धि नौ निधि के दाता,
असबर दीन जानकी माता,
राम रसायन तुमरे पासा,
सदा रहो रघुपति के दासा,
तुमरे भजन राम को पावे,
जन्म जन्म के दुख बिसरावे,
अंत काल रघुवरपुर जाए,
जहाँ जन्म हरि भक्त कहाए,
और देवता चेतन धरई, हनुमत से ही सर्व सुख करई।
हमारे राम जी को राम राम कहियो जी हनुमान, हमारे राम जी को राम राम कहियो जी हनुमान,
संकट दय मिटाई सब पीरा,
जो सुमिरे हनुमत बलवीरा,
जय 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 हनुमान गोसाई,
कृपा करो गुरुदेव की नाई,
जो सत बार पत कर कोई,
छूट ही बंदे महासुख होई,
जो यह पढ़े हनुमान चालीसा,
होय सिद्धि साखी गौरी सा,
तुलसीदास सदा हरि चेरा, की जय नाथ जय महरेरा।
हमारे राम जी को राम राम कहियो जी हनुमान, हमारे राम जी को राम राम कहियो जी हनुमान, राम 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 सीता राम 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 सीता राम राम राम,
हनुमान
हो सीता राम राम
Bhagwan Ki Jai. Anyone know who wrote Hanuman Chalisa? Who is the author of Hanuman Chalisa? Over there. आप बजाते हो कि आप जाते? Anybody from back there? From Mohendranath, right back. Anyone know who wrote the Hanuman Chalisa? Huh? What is it? Could, I'm hearing a word I don't know for. Besides Sarah, anybody else over there? Tulsidas. When did he write it? You all know where he wrote it?
When he was in the jail.
Correct? He was in jail. He was jailed because of he was talking with all jati should read the Hanuman Chalisa, Ramayana. So the people of Banaras, they put him in jail. And in jail, he wrote Hanuman Chalisa. And Hanuman came and prayed from there. So Hanuman Chalisa is very powerful. And today's Priti Bhoj is sponsored by Sri Ram and Srimati Kamala Radhika Lal and family celebrating Kamala Ji's birthday. They are very good sponsors for temple. They are always good supporters, etc. They are at the back. I don't know if she can come up. We can give her for birthday. I don't know. Koi hai bhai?
हाँ है, आ रहा है.
Okay, in the meanwhile, while she's coming up, Pradosh Puja is tomorrow, September 11th. Next, Ganesh Chaturthi. We are starting on Monday, and we are going to have Ganesh Katha every day until the following Saturday. So for 5 days, while you are in the ocean, we'll be having Ganesh Katha here. Come. No, you'll be back then.
बार बार दिन ये आए, बार बार दिल ये गाए, तुम जियो हजारों साल, ये मेरे हैं आरज़ू. Happy birthday to you, happy birthday to you, happy birthday dear Kamala, happy birthday to you.
Ganesh Chaturthi, we are going to start on Monday morning, 7:30 with Ganesh Abhishek, Puja and Havan. In evening, we are going to do Abhishek for Ganesh Ji every day. For 5-6 days, we are going to do that. So those who would like to come and take part in it, you may do so. Monday, Shiv Puja. Tuesdays, of course, Hanumanji's Puja. Wednesday and Thursday, we'll be doing. And on Friday, we will be doing Durga Puja and Ganesh Chaturthi, does it? Okay. And for all the dressings you see up there, we would like to thank Golin.
Come, Golan. We have a motive.
Come, we got a motive for you. Golin, baby, is baby here? Huh? Come, baby. Go, baby, go, baby got too much motive. Baby, Savi, Chandra, Soni, and Shanti. I don't see any of them here. Baby, Savi, Chandra, Soni. Come. We appreciate it by giving us this nice Krishna with a cow. Here we are. Thank you, God. You work too? Well, there you are. Baby has lots of booties. I don't know what you can do with this. Anyhow, here you are, baby.
This is special.
You can give it to somebody. Okay, no problem. Sonia and Shanti not here, so that's fine. Acha. Jalaram Bapa Satsang later on. Pitipaksh starts on Friday, September 29th and ends on Saturday, October 14th. If you come here, the Pandits can tarpat for you, etc., etc. Next. Navratri Garba, October 15th to October 22nd. We have our marathon on that same morning, October 15th. This guy, you're so quick with it to change things. That's good. Good. Next. Karwa Chauth is on Tuesday, October 31st. That is about 3 months away from here.
Next month.
Diwali Mela, Saturday, October 7th. Mr. Laj Prashar has put a lot of effort into this. Let us come and support him. We are going to close now. Sitaram, Sitaram.
Sitaram, Sitaram, Sitaram kahiye. Jahi beeti rakhe Ram, tahi beeti rahiye. Mukh mein ho Ram naam, Ram se haat mein. Tu akela nahi pyare, Ram tere saath hai.
Jai Jai Shri Radhe Sarjan
विसर्जन
तुम्ही विश्वकर्ता तुम्ही विश्व ज्योति मैं हो प्राण भरता तुम्ही काल के निहाल हो
शक्तिधारी
स्वीकारो स्वयं वंदना अब हमारी।
दया
धर्म की मन
में ज्योति जगाओ,
जीवन पंथ मेरा प्रभु जगमगाओ।
हरो पाप मेरे, भरो भाव भक्ति
पिता त्वमेव त्वमेव बन्धुश्च सखा त्वमेव त्वमेव विद्या द्रविणं त्वमेव त्वमेव सर्वं मम देव देव। ॐ पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते। ॐ द्यौः शान्तिरन्तरिक्षगुं शान्ति पृथिवी शान्तिरापः शान्तिरोषधयः शान्तिः वनस्पतयः शान्तिर्विश्वे देवाः शान्ति ब्रह्म शान्ति सर्वगुं शान्ति शान्तिरेव शान्ति सामा शान्तिरेधि। गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णु गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरुः साक्षात् परब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। बोलिए श्री कृष्णचंद्र भगवान की जय। धर्म की जय हो, अधर्म का नाश हो, प्राणियों में सद्भावना हो, विश्व का कल्याण हो। हर हर महादेव।